Greetings and welcome to this virtual Sunday service of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Waynesboro for October 3rd, 2021. I'm Tom Engel. I've been a member of the fellowship for around 3 years, and I have the pleasure of welcoming you to this service. All are welcome to this service, including any non-members of the fellowship watching this video. We all hope we'll be able to resume in-person Sunday services as soon as pandemic conditions permit, and I hope you'll come visit the fellowship on Pine Street once we do so. As Erica Hewitt, the UUA's Minister of Worship Arts, has written, some of us are bringing our best selves to this space, and some of us are bringing our struggling selves, including pieces we might be ashamed of. All of us are welcome here, and all of us are loved. Some of us already have open hearts, and some of us aren't quite there yet, because our hearts have gotten a little beat up this week and might have forgotten how to trust and open. Your heart is welcome here, no matter how bruised. We welcome you among us. All of us are imperfect, but we're here to drop our defenses and trust that what happens in worship is powerful and life-giving. Together we affirm that this day and our being together can make each of us braver, more compassionate, and wiser than when we woke up this morning. We welcome you here. Now here's another reading that I suspect many will recognize. The lyrics to the song Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel. Climbing up on Salisbury Hill, I could see the city light. Wind was blowing, time stood still. Eagle flew out of the night. He was something to observe, came in close, I heard a voice, standing, stretching every nerve. Had to listen, had no choice. I did not believe the information, just had to trust imagination. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Son, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home. To keep in silence, I resigned. My friends would think I was a nut, turning water into wine. Open doors would soon be shut. So I went from day to day, though my life was in a rut, till I thought of what I'd say, which connection I should cut. I was feeling part of the scenery. I walked right out of the machinery, my heart going boom, boom, boom. Hey, he said, grab your things, I've come to take you home, back home. When illusions spin her net, I'm never where I want to be, and liberty she pirouette when I think that I am free, watched by empty silhouettes who close their eyes but still can see. No one taught them etiquette. I will show another me. Today I don't need a replacement. I'll tell them what the smile on my face meant. My heart going boom, boom, boom. Hey, I said, you can keep my things. They've come to take me home. Again, welcome to today's Unitarian Universalist service. I hope it makes your heart go boom, boom, boom.
Hi, everybody. I'm excited to share a song with you today that I really love. It's a setting of the metta meditation from the Buddha. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. Starting with a practice of compassion towards ourselves, and then gradually extending that compassion outward to the entire world. So that first, if we can extend compassion to ourselves, we can then extend compassion to the people that we know and maybe the people that we see, and maybe the people that we haven't even heard about and don't even know about, is the idea. So I'm going to teach you this melody. I learned it from a colleague of mine, Amy Menard, and I wrote a harmonization. So I'll sing a line and invite you to sing that line back to me. It goes like this. May I be filled with loving kindness. Try that. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. Your turn. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. Together. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. That last line. And may I be happy. So in a second we will sing that all again, and then we'll change the word I to the word you, and then to we, and finally to all. And between each verse, I'm going to just play a little instrumental music, and I just invite us to really meditate during that time on what we're singing and what we're saying, and endeavor to feel some of that compassion for ourselves and for others. Let's start with May I Be Filled. And may I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. Thanks, everyone.
Our words of prayer are by Alden Solovey. Let my soul rise on the wings of your prayer, my heart heavy, my voice tired, my strength fleeting, my breath shallow, my sight obscured. Your voice dazzles, filling the space with radiance and majesty, a sacred melody, a call of the ages, an echo of eternity, a pulse of holiness, a harmony of light. Let my yearning ascend on the rhythm of your song. Let my hope soar on the music of your words. Lend me your courage and your thunder. And when we reach the gates of whatever heaven we may find or make, I will be witness to your mercy and love. In each service, we recognize that we are a human community, a caring community that is full every week of things for which we are joyful and things for which we are sorrowful, things which challenge us with their difficulty and their pain, and things that expand our hearts, wanting to fill the world with the joy we feel. This week, we do not have any spoken joys or sorrows, but we do recognize that this is, like every week, a time when there are people who are in pain, people who are worried about their health, people among us who have many challenges to deal with. And so we hold them in our hearts, and all spoken and unspoken joys and sorrows in a time of silence.
Hope is the Thing with Feathers by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Hope, Nearly Not There by David Breeden. There's no package called hope, nothing at a shop to look for. Hope won't store like hay in a barn. It's a last leaf on a branch in deep winter. It's a singular thing, firm when it's found, a hand reached out, a word to the marrow. Hope is fine-grained, like lavender gone to seed, gossamer, a moth's wings. There's no weight called hope. It's a hand, a whisper, a moment shared. Nearly not there, but like a shadow, they're all the same.
Said, Julian, you are holy, you are holding my hand. And Julian, you are holy, you are holding my hand. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. I said, Julian, do you not know about sorrow? And Julian, do you not know about pain? And I said, Julian, do you not know about hunger? And Julian, do you not know about shame? But she said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner Julian, do you not know about loneliness? And Julian, do you not know about disease? And I said, Julian, do you not know about cruelty? I said, Julian, it's too much, it brought me to my knees. But she said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. She said, no one does not know about loneliness, and no one does not know about disease. And she said, no one does not know about cruelty. She said, I know, it's too much, it brought me to my knees, where I heard, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. I said, Julian, you are holy, you are holding my hand. And Julian, you are holy, you are holding my hand. She said, all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. And she said, baby girl, do you not know about tenderness? She said, baby girl, do you not know you not know about friends? And she said, baby girl, do you not know about the spirit? She said, baby girl, do you not know it's only love that never ends? And so all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well. And so all will be well, all will be well, all manner of things will be well.
Often, as I am preparing a sermon, I find myself coincidentally encountering a couple of strands that we often might not weave together, things that seem to be going in opposite directions, incompatible with each other. Sometimes it works better than others, of course, so we'll keep our fingers crossed this time. This time, one of those disparate perspectives came from the PBS broadcast this past Friday of the Kennedy Center at 50, the celebration of 50 years of this key cultural institution in the life of our nation. The other strand that may seem unlikely in this juxtaposition is the medieval English mystic Julian of Norwich, specifically one compound sentence of hers, one compound and repetitive sentence of hers that was reintroduced to the 20th century English-speaking world by T.S. Eliot. Now, Eliot was from St. Louis. His grandfather was a Unitarian minister and civic leader in St. Louis, but Thomas Stearns Eliot emigrated to England and built his identity there with an adopted Anglican identity rather than the Unitarian identity of his ancestors. And so this borrowing from something from medieval times in England was part of his journey that may be different than ours. The Kennedy Center at 50 celebration focused on the democracy currently at risk among us. It featured artists of color who presented classical music, blues, hip hop, American musical theater, and so on and so on. And lyrics and spoken interludes directed the audience to expressly anti-racist ways of looking at our history and racialized identities among us. It was the kind of concert that was simultaneously hopeful and celebratory and unflinching in naming the racist sins this country was built on, but specifically on the recent decades of expression of that old racism. It is the kind of content that many of my relatives and neighbors, and probably some of yours, would be very uncomfortable sitting through. The focus of the musically eclectic show was on moving forward toward justice, and with a brief nod to the Kennedy Center's namesake. And the Julian of Norwich quote that has been swimming around in the same water for me the last few days is her much loved dictum, all shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. You've just heard my colleague Meg Barnhouse's musical rendition of these classic words of hope. Julian of Norwich was a medieval Christian, and as such, there is plenty in her theology and life that is difficult to reconcile with 21st century life. And her words, taken out of context, have suggested to some a Pollyanna-ish perspective on life. I mean, how could Julian say that all will be well when she was born in the time of an outbreak of the Black Death, bubonic plague? Many of her family died in the plague. Most historians agree that the Black Death killed between 30% and 45% of the population between 1348 and 50. It was a plague much worse than the bad enough COVID-19. And there was no 21st century science to pursue prevention or cure. Economies were decimated or wiped out. And here's a person who has grown up in the plague and its aftermath, who has taken the spiritual decision to live sealed up in a room, never encountering anyone, but sitting with her visions and her spirituality. For her to say, all will be well. And at the Kennedy Center celebration, we saw artists who had grown up in the racism that this society is rooted in, never blinking or looking away, naming the victims, refusing to paint a pretty picture for political expedience or to satisfy a national audience. And without painting over the ugliness, without pretending that art's responsibility was to present something pretty, but instead was about using one's voice and talent to speak the truth. Speaking truth to power through the medium of the arts on the national stage. All will be well. All will be well. All manner of thing will be well. No, not as an inevitability, not as the workings of fate, but as a function of truth-speaking and action. Using one's talents to challenge those who are not willing or able to see the truth or to accede to the demands of justice. All will be well. Julian knew all about the pain of living as a human being in dangerous times, and yet knowing all the hard truth did not prompt her to despair. All will be well. And the artists at the Kennedy Center still believed in democracy and the power of the ideas of our nation's founding documents that had never been intended for their benefit, but that still provide a goal and a basis of equality, of equity, that still point us toward hope. All will be well. A sound spirituality requires us to hold contradictory things at the same time. There is natural danger in human life, and there is political and cultural violence. Yet there is hope. Yet there is love. Yet change can be struggled for and brought into being, however slowly. The ancient rabbis said that a person should keep 2 scraps of paper in their pockets. On one there are the words, "I am but dust and ashes," and on the other it says, "For me the world was created." Both the risk and loss and the power and development are simultaneously held in our pockets, reminding us of both risk and potential, of danger and salvation. My colleague Erica Hewitt has written, "We who are Unitarian Universalists not only affirm the inherent worth and dignity of every person, we also affirm the inherent wholeness of every being, despite apparent brokenness. No one reading these words is a stranger to pain. or the knowledge that things break or break down, promises, friendships, sobriety, hope, communication. This breaking happens because our human hearts and our very institutions are frail and imperfect. We make mistakes. Life is messy. Brokenness happens. We're intimately acquainted with brokenness. Then, even as we believe that no matter how fractured we are or once were, we can make whole people of ourselves. We are whole at our core because of the great, unnameable, sometimes inconceivable love in which we live. As you use, we believe that paying attention to something is an act of love. Witnessing and naming brokenness is how we begin to heal it. If love begins with attention, repair takes the form of compassion, bearing witness, speaking out. We need to hold the stark and sometimes ugly truth alongside the beauty and artistry and craft. We must look at the pain and loss of a pandemic and its exacerbation through the refusal of some of our neighbors and family members to show basic empathy and compassion, and an insistence on perceived individual rights over the well-being of the many. As long as we hold on to the contradictory realities of our world and refuse to turn away from the ugliness around us, we, with Julian of Norwich, can say with hope and faith that all will be well. Yes, bad things will happen, but we can do good and make whatever world we inherit better than it was when it was given to us. Amen, and blessed be.